Welcome to this Windows channel, and this is the tech news update for Monday, January 11, 2016. And today, in our little bits of news, we have news of Intel Skylake processors freezing up, and apparently it's not everybody that's affected, but there's a certain number of users that have the Intel Skylake 6th generation core processors that report freezes. And Intel did acknowledge there is a freeze when the processor is being asked to do a lot of math. It apparently does freeze at some point. But the good news, they don't have to change the chips. Reminds us of the Pentium bug back in the 90s, where basically the first Pentium chips that came out had a floating integer problem. So you would do calculations like 10 times 10 and would give you like 99.99999 instead of 100. Well, this one is apparently fixable by a software download, and apparently if you are one of those that have Intel Skylake, and even if you don't experience any freezes, go to your manufacturer's website and check for a BIOS update. You should have one available. The BIOS will update your computers so that the bug doesn't appear anymore, and apparently it does fix the problem. Windows 10 Insider Preview. Windows 10 Insider Preview internally at Microsoft. They are testing, according to Gabe All, 11097, and that is maybe what we could get this week or a little later number. But this week is apparently pretty good week. There's a pretty big chance we get an Insider Preview for Windows 10. So if you're an insider, check your updates from time to time this week. You might actually have a new Insider Preview. From what we know and from what is said right now is that 11097 doesn't seem to have any changes to the operating system's graphical user interface. It does seem to still be more tweaks internally at the core of Windows, getting it ready for Redstone updates than anything else. But, if we have an Insider Preview, it's still going to be cool to examine and see what we have. David Bowie. David Bowie has left us today, and David Bowie, one of my favorite artists of all time, and I had the honor of seeing David Bowie live twice in my life, and that's really was an amazing show. And the reason why he's on my tech news is because a lot of people don't know this, but David Bowie back in 1999 was the first major artist to release an entire album that you can only purchase online and download on your computer. He knew that was the big thing. That was what's coming up. And he used that. And so basically back then, the album Hours, you would go on davidbowie.com and simply download the album. You just purchase and download the album from there. So he was truly an artist that always was far ahead of its time in everything he did. So that has the little tech news of David Bowie here. One of the first actually the first major artist, maybe not the first artist itself, but as a major artist was the first major artist to offer an album, digital download only. You could not buy that album on CD or anything. It was really digital download only. So rest in peace, my friend. Apple Music reporting 10 million subscribers, which is a huge number. And apparently that also shows that Apple Music is actually really getting people away from other services, including Spotify. And, it's not surprising if you can just think about the fact that Apple users are the ones that spend the most money on apps and on Apple products. So basically, they will spend money for music also. And I think that's a pretty good number here for their Apple streaming music service. I personally will not go to Apple Music. I love my Groove Music service, and actually a lot of people don't know this, but the Microsoft Groove Music Pass actually offers much more music than the Apple Music service. And that's the interesting part of it, is that people just go to wherever it looks interesting, but they don't look at the facts of what could be better or not. And personally, I will stay to Groove Music. I think, having other services that have some competition with Apple Music is a good idea. So 10 million subs for Apple Music, and still counting. Apparently, it's increasing at a pretty fast pace too. So that was the little bits of tech news for today, Monday, January 11th, 2016. If you enjoy my videos, why not subscribe to my channel? You'll be informed when new videos are online. Give us thumbs up if you like the videos. And also, if you enjoy our videos, you can send us comments, suggestions. Maybe you have something you want to talk about, let us know. And hopefully, you will continue following us. Don't forget, every Tuesdays, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 20 to 2200 hours Universal Time, we have our live show where we answer your questions. Thank you so much for following us on this channel.